Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Namaste. Namaste, everyone. On page 172 of the Shiva Advanced Puja, we're going to talk about the establishment of the divine presence on the altar, where you can see that divine presence imminently and have a relationship with it, and invite that divine presence to receive your offerings. So we're going to take that divine presence, that divinity, out of our heart, put it on a flower, and we're going to say, Om Namah Shivaya Shantaya Karanatraya Hitave Nivedayami Chakmanam Pongati Parameshwaram. We're going to put that right there on the altar. Oh, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness, to peace, to the cause of the three worlds. I offer to you the fullness of my soul, O Supreme Lord. And now we have a different set of avahoni, staponi mudras. Om Namah Shivaya Ihagacha. Please come here. I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. I invite you, please come. So that was different from please come here. That's come here to the yantra, or to the altar. Staponi, Ihatishta, I establish you within. Sanidaponi, I know you have many devotees who are requesting your attention, but I request that you pay attention to me. And Sanidehi, Sanidaponi mudra, Sanide, I'm binding you to remain here, and I'm sorry for any inconvenience I caused to you, Samradhani. And you bestow abundant wealth, and now I surrender my soul to you, Atma Samarpan. I give you my soul. I know it's yours, but I'm giving it to you anyway. Any claim that I had to having a soul, I'm just disclaiming right now. I'm just offering to you the fullness of my soul. I'm depending on you to forgive me in this matter, because all I want to do really is to bow to you. And I bow to you with devotion. And, oh God, please accept my worship. Oh God, remove all pain from your devotees. For so long as I worship you, please remain sitting still. Oh, now, you just stay there, Mom. Don't get up and run away. I'm going to do this puja, and I'm requesting you, just as long as I worship you there, just so long you stay still. And now, the reason I want you to stay still is so that I can invite you into my ashram and invite you to take a seat and wash your feet and give you so many baths of delicious tasting stuff and wash your feet with the nectars of devotion. So I'm going to invite you, please come here, O great God, giver of all wealth. Please remain sitting still until this vow of worship is not complete with the offering of an invitation. Oh, my bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And united with many gems and a multitude of various jewels, voluntarily accept my offering of a divine seat. With the offering of a seat, oh, my bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. I mean, is there any other place you'd rather sit? I'm giving you my heart. You just sit here. I'm going to wash your feet now. The Ganges and other waters from all the places of pilgrimage are mingled together in this our prayer that you please accept the comfortable touch of these waters offered to wash your lotus feet. I know, you know, in old India, of course, we travel long distances by foot over dusty, dirty paths, and when you came to someone's temple, the first thing they would do is offer you water for washing your feet, so you get to cool off your feet and get all the dirt off and all the goopies go away. And that was really a great offering of respect. With this offering of foot bath waters, oh my, bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And while you're at it, here you can wash your hands and your mouth and just freshen up a little bit. With camphor and excellent scent, cool with excellent taste, this water is being offered for washing, oh God. Please accept with this offering of washing waters, oh my, bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And I want to give you a corsage, an offering, an object of value, something I prepared from my love just to demonstrate my respect. Presented to all the gods, you, O Orga, bring an abundance of pleasure. O God, who is seated upon the lion, that's Durga, accept this Argya. I bow to you with this offering of Argya. Oh, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And now I'm giving you a refreshing drink, yogurt, honey, ghee mixed together, blended fine in a vessel. Please accept this Madhu Park, shining with radiant purity with this offer of Madhu Park. And you put some sugar in there too, if you don't want it just with the honey sweetened. With this offering of Madhu Park, oh, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. I'm finding so many ways to bow to infinite consciousness. It's really fun to make puja. I get to look for all the different things. Now there's char upachara, those are items for offering. Patram, pushpam, toyam, phalam. Yome bhaktya pratyachati. Whoever offers a leaf, a flower, some water, or a piece of fruit, I accept that offering with the greatest pleasure. That's the devotion of the devotee. And there's Pancha Upachar, and there's Das Upachar, and there's Shoras Upachar, and there's Raj Upachar. So there's 5 items for offering, and there are 10 items for offering. There's 16 items for offering, and then there's the offering of a king. And this is the offering of a king. Whatever I can do to show you the sincerity of my devotion, I'm going to offer all of these items. So you count them as you like. But we've got lots of items that we're offering, and each one conveys a different attitude, a different bhavana. Please accept the waters from the Ganges, Jamuna, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, and Kaveri. And that could be 7 offerings right there. But we put it all as one bath. For your bath with this offering of Ganga bath waters, oh, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And we've already given you so many items, so now I'm going to give you a new bracelet. I hope it's a little fancier than this one, but this does for me. This is about as much jewelry as they let me wear. Cheap ashram. United with gems and pearls, excellent gold, and the alphabets of Sanskrit. That's all the alphabets are contained in the bracelet that you wear, because you wear all the vibrations, all the letters that can express all the vibrations, which can be connoted by every object and every relationship that can evolve into existence. It's just an ornament on your wrist. So the alphabets of Sanskrit, this bracelet is yours, and radiance I am offering. Oh God, accept this bracelet with the offering of a bracelet. Om, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. I am offering you with devotion ornaments upon the arms made of various qualities of conch shell. Please accept, O Supreme Divinity, with the offering of ornaments made of conch shell. Om, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And these are divine ornaments made out of gold and gems and jewels and pearls, and united with divine jewels which are radiant like fire, and stones which are shining. Please accept these ornaments, O Supreme among the gods, with the offering of ornaments. Om, I am bowing. I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. some grains of rice. Oh, great Lord, please accept these grains of rice spotlessly clean, bestowing the fruit of liberation, and give us a spotlessly clean mind. With the offering of grains of rice, oh, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And something to eat. This ever-pleasant platter contains varieties of the purest offerings of food we are presenting to the Lord of Gods to cause all satisfaction, most excellent and transcendental. O Goddess, who is full, complete, and perfect with food and grains, always full, complete, and perfect with food and grains, the strength of the life force of Shiva, the cause of peace, for the attainment of perfection and in wisdom and renunciation. Please give us offerings. We bow down to you. Our mother is the goddess Parvati, and our father is the supreme Lord Maheshwar. The consciousness of infinite goodness, Shiva, the Lord of the three worlds, is being extolled by his devotees. With this presentation of food, oh, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And now some drinking water to wash it all down with. Lord of all the gods and the fullness of infinite bliss, please accept this excellent drinking water with this offering of drinking water. Oh, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And some betel nut. Oh, these betel nuts, which are great and divine, come from the vines that creep like a snake. United with cardamom ground to a powder, please accept this offering of mouth-freshening betel nuts. With this offering of mouth-freshening betel nuts, oh, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness.
It doesn't come from vine?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, there's a tree on
Betel tree, very big.
yeah, berry tree, and then it droops down. It droops down, not believe. It droops like a snake. The vine, the leaf of the tree droops down. It's a big tree, and then they droop, like a weeping willow. But they droop down like a snake. And with this offering of mouth-freshing betel nuts, oh, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness, and some dakshina, let me pay your cab fare. Om, for the purpose of increasing the fruits of worship, O supreme goddess of all wealth. Hey Lakshmi, we establish this offering of that which is dear to me, bring to perfection the journey of my mind. O golden womb, in whom all wombs are situated, shining brightly with the golden seed, give infinite merits as fruits we are wanting for peace. With this offering of wealth, O my bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And give him an umbrella, Chatrang Deva Jagadata. O God, creator of the universe, this umbrella will protect you from the heat and the wind. Please accept it, O great Maya, and remain always beautiful. With this offering of an umbrella, oh, I bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And a chamar, yak's tail. Oh, great God, this fly whisk is made of yak's tail. Please accept it and always whisk away all sin. With this offering of a fly whisk, oh, my bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. So just like all the pests come and bug us and we flick them away with our yak's tail, in the same way all those crazy thoughts come and bug us and we flick them away with a yak's tail. With a fan, it moves back and forth with equanimity, and it has a stick in the middle. Please accept this fan, O God, to keep the perspiration from your body. With this offering of a fan, oh, my bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And a mirror. This beautiful mirror will give a pure reflection in order to reflect my own soul. I am offering it to you, O great seer of all, with this offering of a mirror, oh, my bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. Aratrikam, all-knowing as the moon, the sun, and the divine fire, the three eyes in the face of God. You alone are all light. This light we request you to accept with the offering of light. Oh, my bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And a flower, various flowers such as malika, we decided that was jasmine, and others of excellent scent are being offered to you, our Lord. All these flowers come from the devotion of our hearts for your worship. Be pleased to accept them with the offering of flowers. Oh, my bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. And now we're going to put on the Kavacham, the Shiva armor, the armor of Shiva. Listen, O goddess, as I elucidate the armor of all perfection, the name which protects the three worlds, restraining all negativity. Not even hundreds or thousands of mouths, not even Swami with his big mouth, nor the gods, not even Maheshwar, the great Lord or the great seer of all himself possess the capacity to proclaim the qualities of this armor. May the letter Om protect me in the face or in the mouth. And the letter Na in the area of the ears. May the letter Ma protect the crown of the head, while the letter Shi will protect in my heart. And the letter Bo in the two eyes, while the letter Ya will protect in the two arms. And the letter O protect in the face, while the letter U in my heart. May the letter Mo protect on the backside, and the 5 letters O, Na, Ma, Shi, Vaya. May the 5 letters protect all over. And this, O goddess, is the explanation of all perfection, the name which protects the three worlds, granter of all protection, all perfection. If one wears such an armor at the base of the throat or on the right arm, he will be released from the bonds of all sin. Of this there is no doubt. So we take and write these letters, Om Namah Shivaya. We make a kavach, an amulet with it. You can wear it at the base of the throat. You can wear it on your right arm. Some people even wear it around their waistband. And they have a little amulet that's with the mantra of Shiva. And then they remember that Shiva is always with them. Some people just wear a rudraksha, and that's enough to remember that the eyes of Shiva are always with them. Rudra is always watching. And some people do all of the above. It's lots of fun things that you can do in order to keep the Shiva's remembrance with you. Let's recite his 108 names. Om, we bow to the consciousness of infinite goodness. Om, we bow to the great seer of all. Om, we bow to he whose reality is peace. Om, we bow to he who holds the trident. Om, we bow to he upon whose head resides the moon. Om, we bow to the beautiful God of love. Om, we bow to he whose eyes see beyond form. Om, we bow to he who holds a head. And it's usually the head of an ego or the head of negativities that we've given to him. Just like Kali holds the head of that silly guy over there. Oh, we bow to he who is red and blue. He's a well-read Swami. And we bow to the cause of peace. Om, we bow to he with a spear in his hand. He's got one-pointed concentration, one-pointed focus. Om, we bow to he who holds a staff, or the missiles of consciousness. Om, we bow to the strength of Vishnu. Om, we bow to he who is present again and again. Om, we bow to the Lord of the Mother of the Universe. Om, we bow to he within whose throat the goddess of respect dwells. Om, we bow to he who loves his devotees. Om, we bow to he who is the intensity of reality. Om, we bow to he who is all. Om, we bow to the ruler of the three worlds. Om, we bow to he who has a blue neck. Om, we bow to the beloved of the Mother of the Universe. Om, we bow to he who is fierce. Om, we bow to he who bears skulls. Om, we bow to he who controls desire. Om, we bow to he who is the great form. Om, we bow to he who supports the Ganges. Om, we bow to he whose third eye is visible on his forehead. Om, we bow to he who is time after time. Om we bow to He who is the giver of grace. Om we bow to He who has an axe in his hand, and that's the axe of good karma, good actions. Om we bow to He whose hand shows the Mrig Mudra, also known as the Kalpatara Mudra. Om we bow to He who wears matted hair. Om we bow to He who resides on Mount Kailash. Om we bow to He who is fearless. Om we bow to He who is an armor for protection, just like we're putting on, right? We just put on it just a few minutes ago. Om we bow to He who is solid, also consistent. Om we bow to He who is the limit of the three cities. Om we bow to He who travels with the bull. You know, the three cities are the gross body, the subtle body, and the causal body. And where's the limit of the causal body? Well, when you find it, let me know. Om we bow to He who travels with a bull. And Om we bow to He who sits on a bull. And the Vrisha stands for Sankalpa, determination. He is totally defined. He's got his goals defined. He is focused on achieving his objective. Om we bow to He who is all karma. Om we bow to He who loves Srima's songs. He doesn't like, he says all songs, but he doesn't like when I sing. Om we bow to He whose praises are sung. Om we bow to He who is the three images of being. Trimurti stands for Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. Om we bow to He who is the object of perfection. Om we bow to He who is all wisdom and also all knowledge. We bow to He who is the Supreme Soul. Om we bow to He who is all mantras. Om we bow to He who is all offerings. Om we bow to He who is all sacrifice. Om we bow to He who has 5 faces. Om we bow to He who is always the consciousness of infinite goodness. Om we bow to He who is the Supreme Lord of the universe. Om we bow to He who is the excellent warrior. Om we bow to He who is the Lord of the multitudes. Om we bow to He who is the Lord of all life and also the Lord of all beings born. Om we bow to He who has golden semen. Om we bow to He who is difficult to be seen. Om we bow to He who is of the mountains. Om we bow to He who is Lord of the mountains. Om we bow to He who is sinless. Om we bow to He who shines like a cobra. Om we bow to He who is wealth. Om we bow to He who is the wealth of the mountains. Om we bow to He who is the beloved of the mountains. Om we bow to He who is 8 images of divinity, Ashtamurtaye Namaha, and we give the 8 flowers in the Shiva to Shiva, Shakti Murtaki Namo, Dwala Murtaki Namo, Agni Murtaki Namo, Vayu Murtaki Namo, Akash Murtaki Namo, Yagiman Murtaki Namo, Soma Murtaki Namo, Ishana Murtaki Namo. Those are the 8 murtis, Ashtamurtivyo Namaha. And Om we bow to He who is all souls. Om we bow to He who is truth. Om we bow to He who is time. Om we bow to He who is eternal. So He's a little bit beyond time too. Kind of out of this world. Om we bow to He who binds divisions in His net. He's got this net of unity. Om we bow to He who is unborn. Om we bow to He who relieves suffering. Om we bow to He who resides in all action. Om we bow to He who is old. Om we bow to He who is the supreme divinity. Om we bow to He who associates with ghosts and goblins. Om we bow to He who conquers over death. Om we bow to He who is the subtle body. Om we bow to He who distinguishes individuals of the world. Om we bow to He who is the Guru of the universe. Om we bow to He who has thousands of feet. Om we bow to He whose hair fills the atmosphere. Om we bow to He who is the great general. Om we bow to He who is Father. Om we bow to He who is whose motion is pleasing. Om we bow to He who is terrible. Om we bow to He who is the Lord of the earth. Om we bow to He who is the residence of all. Om we bow to He who is creative consciousness. Om we bow to He who is clothed in space. Yeah, He wears space as His garment, if you can find Him. It's like the emperor's clothes. Om we bow to He who is the object of search. Om we bow to He who is the Lord of animals. Om we bow to He who is God, also the Shining One. Om, we bow to He who is the great God, or the great shining one. Om, we bow to He who is imperishable. Om, we bow to He who takes away all. Om, we bow to He who is the great light. Om, we bow to He whose eyes sparkle like a tiger. Om, we bow to He who is the God of gods. Om, we bow to He who is indifferent. Om, we bow to He who is indivisible. Om, we bow to He who is infinite. Om, we bow to He who has 1,000 eyes. Om, we bow to He who is the image of victory. Om, we bow to He who is the illuminator. Om, we bow to He within whom all dissolves. Om, we bow to the supreme consciousness. And Om, we bow to the residence of Dharma who lives in Napa. Om Namo Iti. And Om, we bow to the completion. And let's read the 8 verses which praise Shiva as the Kalpataram, the giver of the fruit of all desires. The Lord who resides in the mind with infinite qualities is also without qualities. The Lord who digested poison. It is impossible to defeat him in battle. He vanquished the most formidable beings of duality. We bow down to Shiva, the consciousness of infinite goodness, who is as a tree which gives forth the fruit of all desires. He's a Shiva Kalpataram. Seated on his left side is the daughter of the mountain, and he embodies infinite manifestations which can be known. Brahma and Vishnu bow their heads to his feet. We bow down to Shiva, the consciousness of infinite goodness, who is as a tree which gives forth the fruit of all desires. Wearing the moon of devotion as an ornament on his crown, he wears infinite manifestations of beautiful creation. The gods and worshippers of Shiva see him with matted hair down to his buttocks. We bow down to Shiva, the consciousness of infinite goodness, who is as a tree who grants or gives forth the fruit of all desires. The 3 eyes are shining from that handsome face, and his lotus face defeats all with the infinity of knowledge it conveys. That knowledge is distinguished by the marks on his forehead, the Tripundra they call it, the Brahma, Vishnu, and Maheshwar. All 3 are contained, all the 3s are in harmony and unity on the forehead of Shiva. We bow down to Shiva, the consciousness of infinite goodness, who is as a tree which gives forth the fruit of all desires. We bow to the supreme teacher who is sitting on a bull. He's got his sankalpa, he's got his definition of his goal, he's directed and focused towards its achievement, who saved all that lives by drinking poison. He took all the negativities away from the universe and made us all pure. He is served with great delight by disembodied spirits, ghosts and goblins, boots and prates. And we bow down to Shiva, the consciousness of infinite goodness, who is as a tree which gives forth the fruit of all desires. He took away the foolish thoughts of the one with a crocodile on his flag, that's Kamdev, the Lord of Love, and his foolish thought was he was going to shoot his arrows of passion at Shiva and make him fall in love with Parvati. It didn't work. So that's why it was a pretty foolish thought. He is known to wear an elephant skin and a cobra snake around his neck. He gives boons and holds a spear in his hand. We bow down to Shiva, the consciousness of infinite goodness, who is as a tree which gives forth the fruit of all desires. He creates the perceivable world and protects and destroys it. All place the crest jewels of their crowns at the feet of the Lord of the 3 worlds. So when you bow down your head, the highest jewel on the top goes to the feet of Shiva. He is beloved by mankind and sadhus. For all beings born there is only one refuge. We bow down to Shiva, the consciousness of infinite goodness, who is as a tree which brings forth, that gives forth the fruit of all desires. These flowers are always the ambassador offering my evil thoughts, so that Shambhu, who radiates peace, will take away the pain from my future life. So I'm giving you a bunch of handfuls of flowers because they always take away my negative thoughts. Every time I think of you and think of flowers and make my offering to you, all the negativity dissolves. We celebrate he who takes away all pain as the offering of worship. Every time you offer worship, he takes away all your pain. You forget about it if you worship. If you think about him instead about thinking about yourselves, then he takes away all your pain. We bow down to Shiva, the consciousness of infinite goodness, who is as a tree, which gives forth the fruit of all desires. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Namaste. And before we begin studying what is the Yajna and how do you perform it, how do you perform the sacred fire ceremony, let's see if there are any questions.
We have a question from Sadatmananda in Washington.
Yes, please. Namaste, Sadatmananda.
Namaste. Why do we do the invitation, yas, offerings, and establishment of life mantras multiple times in the puja?
Oh, I just want to keep inviting him until he knows that I really want him to come. Why do you call Sri Ma every night? Couldn't you just call her once? Wouldn't you be done? I mean, you called her. You already made the call. You just want to keep inviting her into your life. And you keep want to reassert your authority as her child to know about her well-being. And you want to edify her and amplify her and expand her and empower her in all the ways that you can. So you just keep calling her every day, even though you already called her yesterday. Well, in the same way, I'm going to call Shiva. I'm going to say, hey, Shiva, come on over. I really want you here. And by the way, in case you didn't get the message, hey, Shiva, I really want you here. And in case you forgot, and I know there are lots of other people calling, Shiva, please come here. I really want you here. And the more I call him, the more I really want him to be here. And the more I really want to spend my time checking up on her and saying, hey, what did you have for dinner tonight? What are you cooking? How are you cooking it? Yeah, I've got another recipe for you. Another way you could cook it. I mean, what does she tell you? She tells you the same thing every night. Why do you call her every night? The same reason we're going to call Shiva again and again and again. Ihagach, Ihatishta, you come here, you sit here, I'm offering to you, I'm giving to you, I love you, I'm privileged by the opportunity to serve you and spend time with you. So please forgive me if I make myself a nuisance, but I'm going to call you every night. That's why.
We have a question from Nanda in San Jose.
Namaste, Nandama.
When we make an offering of the fly whisk, fan, etc. during the puja or arati, should we consciously offer them slowly and gently to fan the deity? Sometimes if we dance energetically, every offering gets a bit fast and furious. Your suggestion, please.
My suggestion is during arati, when it's time to boogie, then go ahead and let it all hang loose. But when you're making the offering and you're giving it to him or you're giving it to her, give it to her in a way that she understands. Darpadam bimalam ramyam shuddha bimba pradayakam atma bimba pradashartam, in order to demonstrate the privilege of giving you my own soul. Arpanang Sudeshwari, I'm making this offering to you, O Supreme Lord. I want to tell it like you understand every word that I'm saying, even if I don't. Maybe one day you'll bless me with the understanding that I am giving you the reflection of the purity. The purest reflection of your countenance is the reflection of my soul, what I want my soul to look like. That's why I'm giving you a mirror. Because what's the nicest thing I could look at? The reflection of you. What could I make my soul become? The perfect reflection of you. So I say Darpanam Vimalam Ramyam. It's beautiful and stainless. It's spotlessly clean. I took off every speck of dust before I offered it to you. That's what I want to give to you. Vimalam Ramyam. It's beautiful and spotlessly clean. Shuddha Bimba, the pure reflection. Pradayakam, in order to give you the purest reflection, Atma Bimba, of my soul, of my Atma. Padarshartham, for the purpose of demonstrating or depicting to you the purest reflection of my soul. What's in my heart? What's in my soul? You. You are. Who's there? You are. That's why. So, Nanda, sometimes you'll do it slowly and remember the meaning of what you're doing. And sometimes you'll do it quickly and boogie and dance off a couple of pounds. Either way. Both ways. Every way.
We have a follow-up question from Sadapananda for his first question.
Yes, please.
I understand the multiple invitations to Shiva, but what about the other parts, like the Nyas and the Pran Pratishta, being repeated?
I'm going to make Pran Pratishta to the pot. I'm going to make Pran Pratishta to the deity. I'm going to make Pran Pratishta to the flower that goes into my heart. I'm going to make Pran Pratishta to the flower that goes in the altar. I'm going to make Pran Pratishta to the fire. I'm going to put my life force everywhere. Wait a minute. It already is. I'm not really establishing it. I'm really acknowledging that I'm already everywhere. And this is my creation. I am practicing to remind myself that I am everywhere in everything, and I made this because I want to see myself. And that's why we keep doing the Pran Pratishta and establishing the Nyasa. We establish the mantras inside our fingers. Everything I touch is touched for God, by God, with godliness. And
In good.
And inside is God, outside is God. Jagat Guru, Sarvam Guru. The world, the manifested universe is the Guru, and everything in it is the Guru. Guru Vinarahanajai. Without the Guru, it cannot be accomplished. Everywhere is the Guru. Who is the Guru? The Guru is Brahma, the Guru is Shiva, the Guru is Vishnu, the Deva Maheshwara, the Guru is Sakshat, actually, Parabrahma, the Supreme Divinity. Tasmai, therefore, Sri Gurave Namaha. We bow down to the respected Guru because she is actually the Supreme Divinity and she's everywhere. And she's in everything. And you put her there. That was a pretty smart creation you made. Good job.
We have a related question from Nanda.
Yes, Nandama.
Can we mentally put our life force into people that are not friendly toward us? Will that cause ill will to cease?
You have a better chance of making it to cease. If you could regard everybody as divine and as the ambassador of divinity, and now I want to pay attention to you, even though I don't agree with you, I don't despise you, I want to pay attention to you and see, explore, where can we find common ground? How do we negotiate our way out of this impasse? Let's pay attention to each other with divine respect, with close attentiveness. And maybe we can find a way to navigate this morass. It's not enough to say my way or the highway. All the animals in the forest got together and they said, we're all equal. And the lion said, okay, show me your claws. Well, now if they said, Mr. Lion, we agree that you have bigger claws than we do, but aren't they given to you by God to protect us all? Not just to make us food for you, but not for you to rule over us, but for you to protect us. And we respect you and see the divinity within you and appreciate you. And we want to empower you to give us greater protection. Now, how will the lion feel? Okay. Please.
We have a question from Chandana.
Yes, please, Chandanama.
Can you please describe in detail why Shiva has Rajas represented by his red arms? Why is he not only Sattva? How can we understand the presence of these lower qualities in Shiva as well?
Triguna Swami ki arati. He is the Swami of the three gunas. He has all. He has Nilagriva, Raktabhavum, Shvetangam, Chandrasekharam. He's got Sattva, Raja, and Tamo. He embodies them all. He sees them all. He is the consciousness of infinite goodness. He is the perceiver, the Lord, the ruler of all the qualities, all the attributes, all the characteristics. Can you have a creation with only Sattva? Who will do what to whom? With what energy? You need Sattva, Raja, Tama. Being, becoming, and rest. You can't have just being. What are you doing? You sit around and be? Let it be, let it be? It already is. So Chandana, he's the Lord of the three gunas. He's the Lord of the three worlds. He embodies the three gunas. He presides over them. He rules over them. He embodies them, and he perceives them, and he watches them transform from one predominance to another predominance. And that's why he's got red arms. And that's why he's got Rajaguna. Yes, please.
In the 108 names, Panchabhaktraya, what are the 5 faces of Shiva?
Sadyojata, who always gives birth to truth. Bhamadeva, who illuminates love. Agora, who knows no fear. Tatpurusha, that full, complete, and perfect individual consciousness. And Ishana, the ruler of all, or the seer of all, or the consciousness of all. Those are the 5 faces. And there he is, up on top in the upper left-hand corner, with all 5 faces. Huh?
One's behind the little tree.
There's one behind the tree.
Oh.
He's kind of hiding there. Huh? He's the shy one. And that's the ruler of all. He's the most humble of them all. And he hides behind a tree. The ruler of all, the seer of all, the Lord of all, hiding behind a tree. Yes, please.
We have a question from Vivekananda in Seattle.
Namaste, Vivek.
The name Om Avyagraya Namaha.
Avyaya.
Is it? It's indifference. So he is who is indifferent.
Avyagraya. Yes.
This indifference seems beyond the mind, but right next to me. Can you speak on Shiva's indifference?
Yes, I can. Indifferently. With great deference. Do you know, Shiva is indifferent in the way that he has Vairagya. And Vairagya meaning he has no attachment. He perceives what is as it is. And he has no specific attachment to one outcome over another outcome. He just sees. So he sees without judgment, without qualification. He sees what is rather than what he wishes it to be. And that's his indifference. He's free from attachment. He loves the good, and he is the consciousness of infinite goodness, but he's the guru of the gods and the asuras at the same time. And he's the guru of the forces of unity and the forces of individuality at the same time. So he likes the immanent and he loves the transcendent. And he's indifferent to either. He's not particular. He doesn't say, okay, you got to transcend. You're an individual. Go ahead. Play in the field of individuality. And you want to transcend, go ahead, strive, make that your sankalpa, and strive to transcend individuality and come into unity, into harmony. So he's both immanent and transcendent, and he has no attachment. He's indifferent. In that sense, he's indifferent. It's not like, I don't care. Most people who don't care really care a lot. But they just want to make themselves appear stronger by not caring, but it's not true. Because otherwise they wouldn't have to tell us. They wouldn't care. The reason that they have to proclaim I don't care is because they care. So now Shiva is so indifferent, he just sees. And he really doesn't make the decision for you. He empowers us to make our own decisions. He's the Lord of free will. You know, Mother is the Lord of karma. As you sow, so shall you reap. And you're going to get the fruit of your karma. You will enjoy the fruit of your karma whether you like it or not. You're going to get the fruit of your karma. It's all destiny. It's all predetermined. And Shiva says, hey, wait a minute. You are my kids too. You're not just her kids. You're my kids too. And I'm empowering you with a free will to define your goal and determine your objective and to pursue your path, your way, and express it the way you choose. Now you will get the fruit of your karma, but you have the capacity to change it. You don't have to accept everything that's just handed to you. It's predetermined. No, make a sankalpa. Make a firm determination, a definition. I'm going to become a... You fill in the blank. I won't do that for you. Only I will try to empower you to get there when you tell me what the goal is. I won't ever tell you what you should become, but I'll certainly tell you how to become what you want and use every resource at my disposal in order to help you get there. And that's the quality of our dad. Mom says, okay, kids, I made the supper and you're going to eat it. Come and get it. And Dad says, just take as much as you like. Eat as much as you want. And that's how I lost 43 pounds.
Right.
Yes, please.
We have a question from Julia.
Hi, Julia. Namaste.
One of the names, Clothed in Space. I'm remembering a story Ma told of the two of you worshipping in a temple locked to the public, and every day a man would appear and would walk on the altar. And she said this man was Shiva. Since you were absorbed in your worship, were you aware of Shiva appearing in physical form?
I really was not. I was certainly aware of Shiva appearing in metaphysical form. But some things happened in that temple while we were worshiping. At the end of the worship, I noticed, actually Mother noticed, there was a garland around my neck. And I honestly never put a flower garland around my own neck during Shiva's puja. And I remember that incident, those incidents, very, very clearly. And I was certainly in a great bliss and deep meditation when I got to get to the point in the puja where I get to go into meditation, and I would close my eyes and go very deep, and I could feel a presence. And after the puja was over, I had a garland of flowers around my neck, and I never saw who put it there. Mother said, "What did you say? You don't remember?" She said, "Shiva put it there." Yes, please.
We have another question from Vivekananda.
Yes, Vivek.
Is it appropriate to chant a mala of each of Shiva's 108 names or 1,000 names? I would like to do this, but I don't know if it is the best use of my time. Thank you.
Probably not. Probably not. I think you do better with doing a mala of one name, or several malas, or 1,000 malas, 1,000 mantras, or 1,000 malas, 1 lakh, 100,000 mantras of one of the names that we have, not of all the names. I don't see so much benefit to that. It's not a traditional use of sadhana.
We have a question from both Sadatmananda and Nanda.
Okay.
What is the difference between Nanda and Ananda? Do both refer to bliss?
Yes, they do refer to bliss, but Ananda is usually in Sandhi. And Nanda is as it stands alone. So Ananda is the bliss, and you are Sadatmananda. So there's a Sandhi there. So the Nanda comes as an attachment, a suffix to Sadat, Ma, Nanda. Yes.
We have a question from Julia.
Yes, Julia.
Name 59, 60, 64, and 65 of the 108 names all involve mountains. Can you tell us more about Shiva and mountains?
Yes, Shiva lives on Kailash. He's Kailash, the biggest mountain is up here. It's in the Sahasrara. Shiva, the mountains are the place where the yogis go to learn to really meditate, where there's stillness and quiet, and you're not encumbered by the rush of the cities of men. So when we climb the mountain from the Muladhara to the Sahasrara, we are going to the mountains. We're taking the pilgrimage. We're going to put all of our attention up in the mountains of purity and clarity. Now, Parvati is the daughter of the mountain, and she comes as Shailaputri, the daughter of the mountain. That's another. The Shaila is mountain, and Putri is the daughter. So Shailaputri is the daughter of the mountain. She's the goddess of inspiration. So where all the sadhus go for inspiration, where all the rishis hang out, where they don't want to be encumbered by the interaction with the cities of humanity, where the sadhus go to achieve perfect meditation, where everybody goes to illuminate their lights, where you're closest to God, those are the mountains. Those are the mountains that we can travel to.
We have another question from Sadatma.
Yes, please.
We have to make a firm decision, and we don't have to accept our karma, but at the same time we have to surrender. So how do we know when we are falling into the trap of the ego by not accepting things as they are?
Oh, you will always accept the things as they are, and you will always strive to make them a little better. So, of course, you're going to accept circumstances as they are. What are you going to do? I mean, that's the way it is. but you can always find a way to make it better. You won't give up making it better just because you accept that's the way it is right now. That doesn't mean it's going to be that way for all time and forever and ever. No.
We have a question from Sadhana Shakti in Seattle.
Yes, please, Sadhana Shakti.
If we want to add the Stapana to the beginner Shiva Puja, where would we put it?
I wouldn't try it. Let's make an intermediate puja instead. And we'll add a Prana Pratishta and a Stapana, a Nyas and a Stapana. And you could do it that way. You could do it from the Hanuman Puja, which is almost an intermediate puja. And I think we have an intermediate puja for Durga. I remember we had written one. I don't know if we published it in the...
Durga?
Durga, we had a Durga intermediate puja. Not... do you know Lakshmi Puja is an intermediate puja? Kali Puja is an intermediate puja. Those are both fine books. You can use those formats. And you do Shiva Puja in the same format as a Kali Puja or Lakshmi Puja.
We have a question from Dan in New Jersey.
Namaste, Dan. Boy, didn't hear from you in a long time. Namaste, welcome back.
How do we liberate ourselves from the guilt of missing our formal sadhana and step into the true feeling that all life is sadhana, even our mistakes and thoughts born of attachment?
The only way you can step into the feeling that everything is sadhana is by doing a special sadhana. So get with the program. Hey Dan, do your regular sadhana daily to remind yourself that everything you do is sadhana, and then you'll get into the bhavana. You'll get rid of the guilt that you're not doing sadhana. Sorry.
We have a question from Nanda.
Yes, Nandama.
If we get to the point when we see the divine everywhere, will we have no preferences to where we want to be and who we want to deal with?
No. You'll still want to be with nice people in nice places doing good things. I mean, if you have your choice, you prefer to be with nice people than with not nice people. If you have a choice, you prefer to be doing nice things rather than silly things. But you'll accept everything as the grace of God. And then strive to make it a little better. Do what you can to make it a happier, more joyous occasion. So he went to the doctor today and the nurse says, you don't have to bring us lunch every time you come.
They did?
Yeah, they did. I said, okay, well, I'll eat it then. No, that's okay.
Oh. But they are happy.
Yes.
They're very happy. They're very happy.
We have a question from Joseph.
Hi, Joseph. Namaste.
How do we protect ourselves from all the emotional turmoil and negative energy that we may encounter in life?
Joseph, it comes right back down to the sadhana. If you make friends with Shiva, and you come to him every day and say, Shiva, oh, you wouldn't believe what I had today. You've got a pal to share all the emotional rigors with. You've got a friend. You've got a relationship in which you can let go of all the attachment to all the negativities that you pick up along the way during the daily experiences. So, the more you cultivate that divine relationship, the more you extricate yourself from the mundane. It's very clear. It's just so easy and logical. The more you spend time with God and Guru and knowledge and inspiration, the more you empower yourself to let all that worldly junk bounce right off you and not stick to you. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Namaste.